Hey, it's Janelle coming to you live this afternoon. It is 6 o'clock my time. So I wanted to talk with you about something that I really resonated with, and that is the rebel soul. And the reason why I'm so committed to bringing the information to you guys, to everyone in a different way, is because there's no one way of doing it. There's only a leadership towards your way. And this is what's been so difficult for me for so long to articulate, is because I don't teach or lead to one person or one set vibration or teaching or lineage. I teach based on who is coming in the group or in the experience with me. And it is very much, if you work with me one-on-one, it is very much tailored to what your soul needs, how it needs to earn, what you're here to do on your map. And you have a soul map that's based on lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. And I mean, you're an infinite soul and you came in here to do a specific thing. And oftentimes, when we are in relationships, or whether it be family, friends, romantic, when we start leveling up and we start earning money or having more opportunities, what can happen is there can be tension or friction in that relationship. There might be a great deal of love, but you still have tension and friction in that relationship. And so when that happens, it is about the fact that there's underlying issues, right, related to you having all the things that you desire at one time. Because in the soul's journey, and so for me, it's like a big map energetically. When I open up the field, right, it's a map. And so I can see lifetimes. I can see your whole entire family soul lineage, not just talking about this family here, but your soul family lineage, and how that affects your wealth, what belief systems you have in your experiences in all your lifetimes. And so when that friction and that tension is there, it's because you're rubbing up against a place that needs to shift, that needs to harmonize, that needs to balance out. And what we can tend to do is, if let me give you some examples of how this shows up. You start earning a little bit more, you start having more opportunities, which is what you asked for, right? But then your friends or your family or your significant other begins to have some insecurities. Your relationships can sometimes have tension in them, or friction, or miscommunications or misunderstandings. And so then we start to shrink back into that old role of conforming, because the tension and the friction is difficult when it's people that we love and care about. But there's a way to shift that frequency so that it is not that way. Like, you do not have to suffer the other way that it shows up is, so you don't have to suffer in order to earn or have opportunities, meaning you don't have to be alone, or you don't have to do it in crazy relationships either. The other way that, like I said, that it shows up is being alone because you're earning and other people aren't comfortable with that. That's the other way. So you isolate. And so when all these things are in your energetic field, right, it's because you've experienced them. May not have been in this lifetime. It may have been, like with some of my clients, 3 and 4 lifetimes ago. But there's a way to go back into those storylines and witness the truths, the stories, the circumstances, and see how they're playing out in your current life. It's amazing. This is why I've been talking about money set points within your cellular body that are reflective of your soul's journey in its lifetimes. The soul doesn't know what lifetime you're in. It doesn't care. Your body does. And so when that is the case, adjustments need to be made in order for those relationships to travel with you, for your relationships to be in harmony, for you to have the love that you desire, because it's not necessary for you to suffer in relationships, being misunderstood, because you're moving on a path with wealth and opportunities. But there is a way for those, or like being alone. That's the other thing that happens. In 2018, so I'll give you a quick story about me. So in 2018, I let go of my commercial retail businesses and I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost my friends. Because it was all built on a foundation of chasing money, chasing wealth. And I'm a great accumulator of wealth. I know how to do it. And it was easy for me, right? But I made huge sacrifices to my energy, to my life, to my own well-being. And so for 30 years, I've done 2 businesses simultaneously. I've done the retail business that I just let go of in 2018 and my spiritual healing practice at the same time with kids. Yeah. I had 100 employees and 11 locations. And then my spiritual practice, which was booked 6 weeks out. My classes would sell out, but it was costing me so much in my life because it was not aligned in the way that I needed to be aligned for me. And I could not articulate properly what it was that I needed. And so I have dismantled, since 2018, I have dismantled the way that I built wealth. I broke it down into literal steps. And there's 2 different ways of doing that. In that, actually, led me to understand the poverty vows in our past. In our past lifetime, we have poverty vows that we made. And I was unconscious to this literally until about 6 months ago. And when it happened, I did it on myself. And the shifts were amazing. And then directly after that, I did it for my private clients. And their shifts were amazing. Instantaneous transformations and aha moments about how those past poverty vows were showing up in their current reality in their businesses. From interior designers to real estate agents, you name it, across the board, and also affecting their relationships. Their relationships were suffering because maybe they had a past lifetime where they were alone and shunned because they had money. So they vowed, if I have money, then I can't have intimate relationships. You see? And so the steps that I learned in creating my multi-million-dollar business early on, I started when I was 22. It's freaking shocking to me. I have documented all of them. That's Diamond Activator. And Poverty Vow Release Sessions is my 11-step process that we actually do alone. And I go in with you into your past lifetimes, and we look at all those stories that you've experienced and created over the years. And I want to share with you, if you're experiencing a restriction around wealth, opportunities, or friction in your relationship, every time you start moving up or you start having money coming in and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then like you get judged or you can't share with your friends, or no one understands it, or whatever the case may be, right? Then those are poverty vows that we need to look at. Those can be addressed and course corrected. And there's a process to do that. So, I wanted to give you a little rundown as to why those things occur in your life and why it feels the way that it does. It's because it's not just a story from this lifetime. It goes into your soul. And your soul has the ability to shift it. And the work that I do, I empower you to understand exactly how you work with money, how you work with your opportunities, not my way, your way. I can't teach you my way. My way is my way. That's why external things don't work if they are a plan and a system, because most of the people that I attract are rebels. We don't like to do things by the rules. And when that's the case, the issue becomes, well, why didn't it work? I applied all the steps, it didn't work. Because your soul resists structure and limitations. It likes to be free. It doesn't like to be contained. So the people that I work with are rebels. They like to break apart systems. They are the healers in their family. They are the ones that usually stand alone. And I'm here to tell you that it's not that time anymore. We can come together. Together we can change. So, all right, that's my message for tonight. See you tomorrow on Monday. All my love. Good night. Bye-bye.